What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. I'd like to thank all you guys for tuning back in on this late notice to this live stream. If you're just not clicking on my video, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the bell. That way you receive all the notifications for all my future videos, including live streams like this. So let's get right into it. This topic, I was thinking about pretty much all day based upon conversations I've been having, or the nature of the business that I kind of involve myself in, speaking with young ladies and people, questions and comments and topics and stuff like that. So I just wonder, when it comes down to, and this is specifically, obviously, this video is for the ladies, for the women out there who are in relationships and who find themselves involved with a man, gentleman, boy, whatever you want to call it, and this guy can't really give you any kind of guidance, direction, or impute any sort or form of knowledge or wisdom into you that is going to benefit you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? What's happening, Char Willie? But yeah, still you stick around, and this guy might even be broke. So I have, as usual, I have some stories that come along with this that I wanted to touch on, because it frustrates me. Not to say that what's happening, Jared? Not to say that men take some women's best years, because I believe any year can be your best year, But on this topic, the idea of being with someone, especially a woman, should look at when you should look beyond a man's looks. And even if a man is providing for you financially, what's up, Margot? What are you getting out of it? And I'm gonna get to these stories here, because I hear it all too often, and I talk about it. Let's say you're in a relationship with a man, right? And you get into a jam. You're trying to find the right direction, especially from a male's perspective. That you would think that certain issues that a man would be, more up to speed on these things. You know what I mean? On certain issues, especially for those of you who are, and I'm gonna delve into this, those who are single mothers, which is kind of like what I'm hitting on. Let's say you choose a man, or you end up with a man who you find to be quite appealing, or kind of like that man that you see yourself being, maybe a husband in the future, or someone you want to bring around your kids. Simply Deep, what's happening? And or that guy, that he's a nice talker, he's a good dude, he seems to be well spoken, but if you get in a jam, if he can't provide, he might be able to assist you financially, but if you get in a jam as far as your direction in life, what's the right choice, what's the right decision to make, he's just like a child. He's clueless. You know what I mean? He can't advise you in any shape or form, and you might have to reach out to another man that you may know, a therapist, your father or uncle, all these things like that, to tell you where you need to be at. You know what I'm saying? Even when dealing with, if you have kids by another man, you're trying to figure out how to deal with him, or if this guy is being a bitch and not conducting himself. And when I say that, I mean I'm talking about your baby father is trying to make things hard on you as being the mother of his child. But the guy you're with can't even provide you any sound guidance either, because he's confused as hell also. So, but women still tend to stick around with some men like this, even if, it could be saying, matter of fact, get the likes up. If, what I'm saying? If you're just not joining the chat, go ahead, hit the like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You know what I'm saying? It helps promote the video. But you'll stick with a man just because he looks good, just because he satisfies you sexually, but in the long run, how long is that going to last? And I know I talk about this stuff over and over, but I'm going to get to what I'm saying as far as this whole imputing wisdom and knowledge. I guess that y'all being stingy tonight. Goodness, got these few people watching, and nobody want to hit the like button. You know, I mean, goodness. If you don't hit the like button, then hit the super chat. Like, dang, man, y'all being stingy tonight. You know, but the man's looks, okay. If you're cool with the man's looks, you may be a unattractive woman, or you know, this is the best you can do. You may come across a man that's, you know, very attractive. He's unemployed or whatever, but he can't tell you how to improve your household. He can't. He doesn't care about your health. All he cares about is getting some sex and a place to stay. He can't tell you about these kids. You know, you trying to get these kids in line. You trying to get discipline going in the house. You know, your bills may be behind. You may have some legal issues going on. He can't tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? But he's just there to provide you with some dick at the end of the game. At the end of the game. At the end of the day, he's there to provide you with sexual pleasure at the end of the day, and that may suffice for you. But when you look at longevity in the grand scheme of things, right? For example, I'm gonna tell you guys a story real quick. I was talking to this young lady, right? She was a single mother. She was involved with I believe 2 guys or whatever. One guy she was dealing with happened to have money, right? He was an older guy, kind of like on the sugar daddy tip, kind of. It's an older guy. He had the money, but that's the only thing he could provide. He just was trying to win her over as a trophy. He couldn't provide her any life coaching, any life advice, even though he was a good 10 to 15 years older than her. Couldn't give her any insight. So she had an issue where she was dealing with her baby daddy or whatever. And the baby daddy didn't want to pay child support, make a long story short. So she tried to get him, because she was taking care of the kids by herself. So as she should, she took him to court for child support. He obviously is broke as hell. He got a pro bono attorney, and he initiated the action on his own. She didn't have an attorney, so they got her jammed up, and they had kind of like joint custody on some stuff like that. So she tried to go back to court, and the sugar daddy funded the court costs this time, but he couldn't tell her, you know, the proper actions to take, what kind of attorney, you know. She was completely lost. She didn't have any direction. She got an attorney out of town instead of within that jurisdiction, because you know how attorneys go. Attorneys that's within the same county or jurisdiction, they tend to know the judges, especially within family court. So she got an attorney from out of town who had no pull with the family court judge, you know, shelled out thousands of dollars, and the result in the end didn't really change, you know. So they ended up, and the baby daddy's a piece of shit, and he doesn't help for the kids, doesn't take care of the kids, none of that stuff like that. So this guy, other than his financial assistance, he couldn't benefit her anyway as far as providing her guidance on the proper direction that she should go in, as far as offering her a perspective of a man and how she should proceed. So she had really no one in her corner. And if you listen, a lot of women who tend to listen to other women, you know that many women give you bad advice, especially women that listen to other women. You tend to get bad advice. So this guy was just almost the same, because he couldn't do anything except give her financial advice. So thousands of dollars were spent, and it still didn't really improve the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're here financially, but what is as far as the direction? And I'm not saying all women are dumb, but I'm just saying that if you're with a man that's dumber than you, I'm not calling you dumb at all. If you're with a man that, I don't want to use the term dumb, but I'll just say it because I can't think of anything right now, that's not as bright as you, and he can't, you know, tell you anything about life building, credit building, life coaching, financial, you know, about how to raise, you know, your kids, how to raise your sons, how to raise your daughters, you know, assisting, lightening the load, any of the stuff like that. What is the point? You know, because you're running, you're kind of running in a, I don't want to say running in a circle, but it's just like that man is almost like you're raising. I talked about this before. It's like you're raising another child as far as this man is concerned, especially if this man isn't contributing to the improving your lifestyle. At the end of the day, but I understand feelings get involved with certain people. So it amazes me. You know what I mean? We got different types of men in this whole aspect. You got men who are solid, straight up and down. You got stern men. You got men who trick. You got men who can't really who will offer sound advice. You got men who offer advice but don't have the financial backing. You have men who are concerned, or men who are trying to establish a relationship with a woman, but they might not be that attractive. You know what I mean? But, you know, some women may not even take a man seriously based upon his looks or based upon his financial disposition at the time. You know, which obviously finances is important, because you shouldn't be trying to get in a relationship with a woman unless your financial situation is straight, especially if she's a single. When we talking about we talk about the controversial single mother, as they like to put it. So it just concerns me about when you women, a lot of women, you should be more, you know, cognizant of who it is that you, not cognizant, you should be more concerned about who it is that you're actually picking. Is this someone that you could see yourself living with? And usually women date upon who they can see themselves being married to. But if you really think about it, if you're really letting this person into your life, is this really someone that you see yourself, as far as longevity, being married to? Is this someone that you can really see with your kids building something? I mean, it's about making smart choices. You know what I mean? And that I recently, like I said, I'm doing this video because I hear so many stories about not like no one providing any guidance. And it's like many women, I mean, men that you don't have an excuse, but women, I mean, you walking in the darkness and you dealing with these busted dudes, and nobody can, you know, you taking L's by being with this guy. It's not cool. It is not cool. And you settle sometimes for whatever's there, whatever's readily available. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't even do your homework on these guys. So I'm about to say I'll advise you. I'm just speaking the same way I will speak to my daughter when she comes of age, to tell her about these things. It's the same way that I'm talking to whoever, any of you out there who may be listening. You know, I don't have all the answers, but I'm just saying that some things are just blatant, but you still travel down that path or go down that rabbit hole, so to speak, and you end up disappointed thinking that it's going to be something else when it's really not. You know, and you're going to other men to get your tires changed, other men for financial advice, other men to help you out with your bills, your light bills, you know, other stuff like that, and you're still with the same dude. You know, like I think I told y'all before, it's like, so it's within, you know, what I do as one of my extra streams of income. It's mostly women, and they're either married or have a boyfriend, but the women are more concerned with establishing a household for the family rather than the man. And that's pretty much sad. That's very sad that I see that. You know, you have a man, boyfriend, whatever, but it's the woman who's actually trying to establish this household to make this family work, you know, and stuff like that. I've been seeing lately, you know, dudes sitting in the car, JJ, what's up? While the woman's outside pumping gas, you know. I'm not talking about no simp stuff, but when you get to a point where your woman's pumping gas and you sitting in the car on your phone, it's disgusting, you know. And you women condone it, you allow it. You know, this whole, I guess feminism is cute on, you know, television and media, but and maybe that may be a form of feminism. You pumping your own gas and letting the guy sit in the car. You know what I'm saying? You can't have it both ways, I guess. You know, go ahead and get the likes up if you guys don't mind. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. You know, not a thing at all. So, but it's something that, you know, it's been heavy. Not heavy. It hasn't been heavy on my mind, but it's just something I just want to talk about. I know some of my videos I try to be, you know, even all around. I try not to bash women too much, but or really even bash men either, because I'm not on that simp stuff. But I just think that you should be accountable for what it is that you do, and you should want better, you know, when it comes to some stuff. You should want better, and you should demand better. And if you demand better instead of giving in to certain men that aren't worth your time or can't even benefit you in the slightest, then that, you know, that would alleviate a lot of the issues that come about. You know, just my 2 cents. I know this isn't really a popular topic, but I just wanted to, like I said, I just wanted to touch on it, you know. Where's everybody at tonight? Everybody's all quiet. You know, I know I haven't been on here in like a couple days. Chat's not popping up, nothing. Feminism don't want to be in a relationship with a man unless they are in control. Everybody wants control. Man wants control, woman wants control. But who is the most astute in the relationship? Who will set the relationship or this team, I guess if it's a team, you know, up for success at the end of the day? You can't, as a woman, you can't be leading a man and trying to teach him how to be a man and stuff like that, or trying to raise a man. You know, you can't be doing that. And as a man, you can't just be dependent on a woman to make all the moves and to provide everything for the household. So that's just my thoughts. Maybe shit is changing, you know. But feminists don't want responsibility, only leadership. Leadership without accountability, you know. But this is my quick rant. You know, I've been on here almost 20 minutes. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I haven't been on here in a while. Trying to pick it up. I know some people on here that's not saying anything. That's perfectly fine. A lot of women expect men to lead from a subordinate position. That is that's a very interesting point. Courtship is vital, but this generation don't woo for getting to know each other. Only way that women can be held accountable is that they have to be forced to. Man, they have to be forced to be accountable. It's nice, man. But anyway, it's been real, folks. I'm probably gonna be back on here. I don't know if I'm gonna be back. I don't know what y'all doing tomorrow for the 4th. You know, I don't know who's celebrating the 4th. I don't celebrate the 4th. I'm just barbecue. You know what I mean? I don't celebrate the 4th, but cause all y'all know what it's about anyway. You know, if everybody's not free, nobody's free. You know, but I'll still barbecue. I barbecue every weekend. I got a day off tomorrow, so you know. But yeah, you don't celebrate the 4th. You're Canadian. Why would you celebrate the 4th? You're not American. You're Canadian. You know what I'm saying? I feel you though. But y'all, I'm gonna be I'm gonna start. No, I haven't heard what's happening to Venus Williams. I'm gonna start putting out little short videos here, you know, because I've gotten topics. Shout out to Char Willie. I know she sent me like a bunch of stuff she wanted me to speak on. So I'm gonna start putting out these shorter videos to answer a lot of these questions. You know, thanks, Margot. Little quick responses to some of these questions. You know, I think some people might find it comical the way I'm responding. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to get all those knocked out in quick succession, probably 5 to 6 minute videos, and knock those out. Probably do a lot of those tomorrow. For you fellas, you know, somebody asked me they're trying to figure out how to talk to women. She got attacks and the media is making her pay for it, and they're mentally breaking her. Okay, you know, fellas want to know how to, as if, you know, from my perspective, you know, I'm not a dating coach or a pimp or nothing like that, or a ladies' man, but, you know, just to give my 2 cents on, you know, how to talk to women, and as far as women not knowing when a man is interested in them, or how can they tell if a man is really interested in them, stuff like that. I think I got that topic sent to me, stuff like that. Big guys, you know, worried about women being interested in them and stuff like that, and the weight doesn't really matter, you know, but I guess some men tend to think that the weight is a big issue with women being concerned with that. It's a bunch of other topics, you know, getting what was it? You speak with a woman you're interested in, she's not really interested in having kids. What's up with Zoe Saldana? I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy, that's all I know about her. But yeah, stuff like that. You know, so I'm gonna try to knock those out and try to get like all these quick ones going on. You know, and hopefully y'all, if any of y'all got any topics you'd like me to discuss, go ahead and email them to me. You know, and I'll go ahead and do a response, or, you know, do a video on it. Try to knock out a quick 5-minute video with my take, my opinion on it, you know, or what I would do in that situation. So I'll go ahead and do that real quick. I'm approaching 2,000 subs, so, you know, I'm trying to get them up. It's been 7 months now, roughly 7 months. 7 months being on YouTube. 5 minutes is enough to address the point. You know, I don't want to be dragging on talking, so 5 minutes is a good amount. 5 to 6 minutes to be addressing. That's that. But I just got a text message, so I'm gonna have to, like I said, I mean to get off here anyway. You know, I appreciate you guys tuning in here on 4th of July's Eve. You know, check this guy talking about yeah, 4th of July Eve, all that good stuff, and you know, I'm not leaving anywhere, man. I'm staying at the house. He talking about leaving to spit that game. I don't have any kind of game, man. I don't have none of that. I shout out to I know Alan Roger Curry doesn't watch my videos, but shout out to Alan Roger Curry. I'm a firm believer in what it is that he talks about, which is basically man or woman saying exactly what's on your mind, your intentions, and everything that you have. I'm a firm believer in mode 1 and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So do a special for July 4th, for the 4th of July. Yeah. Maybe. I'll see how I feel tomorrow, man. You know, I think it's going to be a lot of people doing specials for July 4th. I might just go live while I'm barbecuing or some shit like that. And instead of talking about some, well, you know our ancestors wasn't, you know our ancestors was slaves back in 1776, you know, and all this stuff like that. You know he wasn't free. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? I know you can say this, and I you know, we got January 1st, which is actually technically Independence Day for excuse me, for slaves. You know, but nobody cares. Everybody's still going to the beach. Everybody's still barbecuing. Everybody's still celebrating. And yeah, you still gonna eat that barbecue, like JJ said. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to start marinating my stuff right now when I go downstairs. You know, when I get off this live chat. You know, I mean, it is what it is. But as far as the actual being a person of understanding, I mean, you would know not to celebrate. Not know, but I mean, why celebrate the 4th if your ancestors were in bondage? You know, have some vegan burgers. I'll leave that to y'all vegans, man. I'm an omnivore. You know, y'all can have that vegan stuff. I need that beef and chicken. You know. So anyway, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe to this video if you feel it'll be a benefit of someone. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Right. It's free. I'm reading this comment. What he said. You don't have to do everything. I don't have to do everything slaves did in 1776. That's the point of being free. Right. Yeah. Who are you selling? Who? I mean, but if you're within the African diaspora, why are you celebrating July 4th? You're free, but are you free because of July 4th? Is that why you're free, or are you free because of the Emancipation Proclamation? Technically, you know. Why are you free? Okay, you're just eating barbecue. I got you. I'm just saying. But it seemed like you redirected that to, you know, you're free now, but your ancestors weren't. You know. And slop. He's eating slop. God willing. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know, it's free. Doesn't cost you a penny. You know, make sure you guys, if you haven't yet, add me on social media. The link is in the description as well. You know, email me any topics, any questions you have. You know, no problem answering those. Throw a couple coins in the well of wisdom. It's too easy. And remember, guys, anything lost can be found again except for time wasted. Peace be upon you all and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I'll see you guys on the next chat or the next video or whatever, whenever you guys want to check me out again, you know. So peace be upon you all. I'm out.